Hi, and welcome. I am going to give you some secrets and some tips and some things to look out for so that you can have stronger IEP communication in just 10 minutes. This video is about 10 minutes long, and the tips that I'm going to give you to implement will take you about 10 minutes after you compose your email or whatever it is that you're writing to the IEP team. So, if you don't know me, I'm Lisa Leitner. I am a special education advocate and lobbyist, and I have several websites dedicated to this, including Don't IEP Alone and A Day in Our Shoes. I have been working as a professional advocate since 2010. So, what I want to talk to you today is, and this is primarily a female thing, although some men do it too, but it's called kneecapping your communication. And that term might be a little confusing or unusual, and you're thinking, well, what does that mean to kneecap something? So, what it means is to obviously just to cut someone off at the knees, right? If you cut someone off at the knees or at the kneecap, you pretty much um, render them, unable to do whatever it is they were trying to do. And a lot of times, we as women, we create communication either verbally or written, and we kneecap it, and we don't even realize that we're doing this, that we do it to ourselves as far as weakening and softening what we're trying to say. So let me give you some examples. Okay. Again, women are just socialized to be nice, to be softer, and things like that. So many times, since we don't want to disrupt people, we don't want to offend anybody or inconvenience anybody, we're trying to be nice, we say things like, that sort of makes me uncomfortable, or I'm just trying to help. These phrases and modifiers, they undermine what we're trying to say. Okay. I'll give you a second or two to read the rest of that. You can always pause as well. This concept is getting a lot of buzz on social media lately. So I took a snippet of this tweet, and this person, she obviously isn't, I want to say obviously, but according to this tweet, she's not communicating with an IEP team, but at work, she found herself doing this all the time. Hey, sorry to bug you. What I was just wondering, if it's not too much trouble, would it be possible? And on and on and on. And these are the little phrases that we add in to what we say, and it undermines our authority. We're not bothering people by being an active participant of an IEP team. It is not too much trouble to have your child's needs met at school. So instead of the sorry to bug you, you might want to try I'm following up on. And instead of just let me know, you could use please let me know. And we're going to talk about that word please in just a second. And then instead of does that make sense, try please let me know if you have any questions. Okay. The reason being, when you put does that make sense, the onus is on you that, well, I've sent you something nonsensical, or I've sent you something that doesn't make sense. So let's talk about that word please. And again, this is on social media, but there is a concept or a belief out there that women use please too often, and that it also softens and undermines our authority and our assertiveness. Think about how often you're using the word please as compared to your male colleagues. Okay. And again, we're not talking about being rude. I know that the word please is common manners, but women do tend to overuse it. I've looked at emails sometimes that have the word please in there 6 or 7 times. Okay. I'm going to give you some examples from IEP letters, and these are actual phrases that I've redacted the names, but these are actual letters that I have read from clients. The parents were writing letters and said, can you proofread and edit this for me? Okay. So we'd like to request. Okay. It should be I am requesting. And then again, we would like the FBA to be completed by a trained behavior data collection specialist. Okay. It's not a preference or a like to want your FBA to be done by a qualified individual. That's an expectation. Okay, we would like the IEP to clearly list. We would like more focus on life skills. We do not feel that the student is benefiting from. We also wish to discuss. Okay, request a meeting, not I wish to discuss. We would like, we feel. Okay, this is otherwise a good letter, and it has a lot of solid content to work with as far as what the parent has identified that her daughter needs. But she has just softened the overall tone of the note by this, it makes it sound like the IEP team is doing you a favor by acknowledging and considering your requests. Well, you're an equal member of the IEP team. They're not doing you a favor. It's their federally required mandate that you are an IEP team member. Okay. A few more examples that happen. The I just, I wish, I'd like, I think, I feel. And then adding in, maybe we could, okay, use more direct language. My child is, I am asking, I am requesting. This is happening. Not, I think she's doing this, or I think she would benefit from, no, she is not receiving XYZ program that she needs to receive FAPE. Okay. Again, some other parent letters. I just wanted to know, I would appreciate, okay, I just wanted to know that, you're an equal member of the IEP team. So they're not doing you a favor by keeping you in the loop and providing you information, considering your thoughts and requests and all that. They're federally mandated to do this. IDEA is very clear that parents are members of the IEP team. So all this, I was wondering if, I would appreciate, okay. They're required to consider your input. So ask for it, okay? And again, instead use she needs. If you're correcting records, this often happens with evaluation reports or present levels. If there's something in the record that is incorrect, a lot of people, I've had parents say it should be, or it should say. No, you want to put the correct statement is. The incorrect statement in her present levels, or there is an incorrect statement in her present levels that says, and put it, and then you say the correct statement is. Okay. I am asking for, I am requesting, not if you have the time, do you think you could do this? No, I am asking for this. I am requesting. And please, please, please stop apologizing. We do this more, I think, verbally than in written communication, but I'm sorry, but why are you sorry? Why are you sorry for being an active member of the IEP team, as is your right? Okay, you shouldn't ever apologize for advocating for your child. As I wind this down, I want to point out that there is a double standard when it comes to using this kind of language. Men do this all the time, and they're leaders, and they're go-getters, and they're ambitious and hardworking. When women do it, we're a bitch, right? We're not relatable. We're not nice. We're, all these things. So I'm just putting it out there. I still do it. I still try to make a conscious effort to correct my language when I find myself doing it. I find myself doing it more when I'm tired and kind of worn down, as opposed to, like anything in life. When you're running on all cylinders, you feel more confident and you're more aware of these things. And there are periods in our life where we get worn down and things like that. But you maybe thought it was confrontational and things like that. We're not doing anything that others do not do. Okay. And my last tip is the 24-hour rule. I know what it's like to feel that sense of urgency with your child. I know what it's like to have something happen at 1, 2, or 3 in the afternoon, and you're kind of freaking out and you want it fixed now, and you bang out an email and you send it off. Unless your child is in imminent danger and safety wise, unless your child would be in danger by sending them to school the next day in the same circumstances, there is nothing to be gained by sending off an email immediately, especially if you're sending it off late afternoon. Those folks have gone home. They're not going to see it till the next morning anyway. It's always best to type out what you're thinking, type out what you want, save it as a draft, and revisit it the next day. Okay? Go for a run, walk the dog, take a hot shower, hot bath, whatever it is that you need to do, and revisit it the next day. If your child is in imminent danger, then you know what? You keep them home the next day and you could send it. Missing one day of school is not, in the big picture, missing one day is not a big deal. But I would really resist the urge to send off the email immediately without fully thinking what you've said, what your suggestions are, and so on. It's always best, you don't have to keep sending email after email, and the next day you wake up and you're like, damn it, I should have included this, or I should have said that instead. Sleep on it and send it the next day. So I hope that helps, and good luck with all of your communication.